What they do, what it is, this is Orion, aka Brass Balls, a deep dive tape stash episode for that ass. And before I get into this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, like, share, repost, all of that. I do appreciate everybody that's been checking in and all of that, and everybody that's been digging these. This is a labor of love, as always. But enough about me and enough about my channel. Let's get into what we are all here for. So this time around, it's a femme MC. I haven't covered much of female MCs, but what a way to start. This is an MC by the name of Soleil, should I say. Not like Circus Soleil, but this is Soleil, the MC, coming out of Kansas City. As a matter of fact, for a long time I thought she was out of Tallahassee, and that was because the first time I heard of her was on that epic song by Miami's own JT Money, Who Dat. She was the featured artist on that. Now, this tape cassette, I remember copying this shit at a Walgreens on 49th Street in Hialeah. I was driving my Mazda 323 1988. It had a tape cassette player, and I needed to cop something. To be real, it wasn't like I was like a huge fan, but I'm just keeping it real as I always do. Now, she does her thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's here to rap. She's here to kick some bars. It ain't no nonsense all the time. Now, 456 did feature JT Money as well. So this is kind of like her follow-up introduction to the world after dropping that hit with JT Money, Who Dat, on his album Pimpin' on Wax. And this song is also featuring Kandi of the infamous Escape group, and also out of the Housewives of Atlanta. That's right, it's that Kandi. So I think it was basically because Soleil was working out of the Atlanta area, recording a lot of joints out there, and even the producer that produced this one, I believe, is the same person that produced the Who Dat track, and this is Tricky Stewart. Now, Tricky Stewart was mostly known for R&B joints. He worked with a lot of R&B acts that you could go check out his history, did his thing. But around this time in 1998, 1999, he started dabbling in a little bit more hip-hop. Cain and Abel from the No Limit Records fame it comes to mind, and a couple of other cats as well. But really the main core of his production was R&B. Now, this was the lead single. 456 was the lead single for the Soleil's album Skin Deep. And I don't know what was the whole deal with the whole platinum silver painting makeup thing that she had going, but for some reason her and the label felt like that was the artistic representation that they want to give her as an artist. You know what I mean? She should have collabed with Cannabis back then. That shit would have been dope. They both would have done some like Silver Surfer type shit. Anyways, I digress. On her album Skin Deep, really not my vibe. I took a listen to the album, but the production was too much like on some R&B flavor of that era. Reminds me of something that I would hear 702 on. Really wasn't digging it, although 5 of the tracks were produced by Focus from the Aftermath fame, and Focus has dropped a lot of dope hip-hop tracks throughout the years. If you don't know, now you know. Side B of this tape cassette is The Story. This is a much more deeper track, whereas 456 is talking about some female male relationship type thing. The Story goes into more bars, into a whole epic story that she's kicking and everything, and it's the only track from the album that was actually produced for someone outside of Focus and Tricky Stewart. This track was produced by Big Trev. Didn't hear much from Big Trev after this, and to be honest with you, The Story is kind of dope and what the story she's kicking and everything, but you could have picked a more clever title, I felt. And the way the track ends, I'm not really feeling that one. You know what I'm saying? So, Skin Deep might be your cup of tea. It's not mine. Like I said, if you like that production era of Dark Child and, like that R&B stuff that was really popping in the late 90s, then you might dig this Soleil album and you shouldn't sleep on it. So go check that out. Above all, this tape only has 3 tracks. Why? I don't know, man. The program repeats on side A and side B. And, you know, you could have given us some instrumentals, you know, at the very least, you know. DreamWorks was the label she was signed to, as well as Red Zone Entertainment. Tricky Stewart was the head of Red Zone Entertainment. And I don't know if it was an economic thing, a budget thing, as to why they only did 3 tracks on both sides. It is what it is. Now, Soleil never dropped an album after Skin Deep. I don't know why. I don't know if there's an interview out there where she explains that. If there is and you're a Soleil fan, drop a comment. Let me know. Drop me a link. I'll be down to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip-hop fiend. This is what I do. You know, just some footnotes to drop. She was married to Genuine. That's right, ladies. She was married to Genuine. She locked that pony down. But then they got divorced, and she later married Public Enemy's own Professor Griff, who pretty much did his thing in Miami for a long time. And I even remember going to some of his lectures and stuff at the Miami Light Project back in the days. And around that time, he was already with her. But I think they married officially in 2017. Blessings to the two. Hope they're both happy. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. So if you did, you know what to do. Drop a comment, like, share, tell your friends, tell your enemies, all of that, man. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, please subscribe. Orion Hip Hop is the YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody that's been following me. Appreciate y'all for real, truly. And y'all can hit me up anytime, except 4, 5, 6, because I'm gonna be knocked out. I'm older these days, you know. I ain't up in the times. You feel me? All right, peace.